In the suffocating atmosphere of an El Clásico, with Real Madrid clinging to a lead against Barcelona, a seismic utterance exploded from Vinícius Júnior. "Always me. I will leave the team. I will leave. It's better if I go." The sheer, raw defiance of the moment, the 72nd minute as the fourth officials board flashed his number, was a spectacle of a superstar on the edge. Vini didn't hide his fury. He roared, "Always me," gesturing wildly in protest and threatening to walk away from the club entirely. His act of rebellion was complete when he marched straight down the tunnel, bypassing the dugout. Although he sheepishly returned a few minutes later, settling onto the bench next to Bellingham and Mbappé as if nothing happened, the damage was done. The ice had cracked. This wasn't just a tantrum. It was the culmination of months of simmering tension. The relationship between Vinícius and Real Madrid, or more specifically, with newly appointed manager Xabi Alonso, appears fractured beyond repair. Could this dramatic outburst be the prelude to Vini's exit from Madrid? To understand his rage, we must look beyond the substitution and examine the entire narrative. In the El Clásico itself, Vinícius was arguably the home side's most dynamic player. 2 minutes in, he arguably earned a penalty that was waved away. He terrorized the defense, running and fighting for every ball. A performance so energetic makes the substitution a bitter pill to swallow, a crushing blow to his ego and sense of impact. The frustration didn't end with the whistle. The match descended into a chaotic post-game brawl, and Vinícius was once again center stage. He was heavily involved in the shoving match between players and staff from both sides, a scene so volatile that police had to step onto the pitch to restore order. It all started with Barcelona's young talent, Lamine Yamal, who reportedly taunted Real Madrid as those who steal and cry. This lit a fire in the home dressing room. Earlier in the first half, Vinícius had aggressively tackled Yamal, winning the challenge and celebrating provocatively. Dozen cameras caught Vini snapping at Yamal. "Do you only know how to pass backward?" Yamal fired back, "I don't understand you. Speak to me." The tension boiled over at full time. As Yamal exchanged words with Madrid players, Vinícius charged straight towards him, requiring 4 security personnel to restrain him. He earned a yellow card for his troubles. The chaos even spread to reserve goalkeeper Andriy Lunin, who was booked for defending his teammate, reportedly shielding Vinícius from the entire Barcelona bench who were rushing over. Clearly, Vinícius is in a fight-the-world mode. He's battling his opponents, the referees, and now his own coach. This explosion of anger wasn't an isolated incident. It was the painful result of a long, toxic buildup, a mounting distrust in the newly appointed manager. According to The Athletic, the relationship between Alonso and Vinícius has never been harmonious. The Brazilians' camp reportedly anticipated a difficult season from the start, and they were proven right. Rewind to July during the FIFA Club World Cup semi-final. Alonso's initial plan was to bench Vini. Only an injury to Alexander-Arnold forced a change. But instead of playing him on his preferred left wing, Alonso deployed him on the right. The result? A crushing 4-0 loss to PSG, with Vinícius playing a completely ineffective anonymous role. The number 7 likely never forgave Alonso for that decision, feeling marginalized and misused. Since that moment, the trust has evaporated. The statistics don't lie. This season, Vini has played 10 matches, but has completed the full 90 minutes in only 3 of them. Furthermore, he has been left out of the starting 11 entirely in 3 of Real Madrid's 13 games. The El Clásico incident is merely the crescendo. It mirrors a similar episode just last month against Espanyol. Real Madrid were comfortably winning 2-0, and Vinícius was substituted in the 77th minute. While Alonso tried to explain and reassure him during the cooling break, Vini's frustration was palpable. When questioned about Vini's reaction after the Clasico, Alonso was evasive. The Spanish coach stated he would handle the matter internally, insisting he wouldn't allow what is not important to distract from the victory. But for Vinícius, this is the most important thing. His camp is convinced these tactical decisions are solely Alonso's, untainted by the club hierarchy. The friction is a purely personal problem with the coach. Alonso, known for his cold, disciplined, collective-first philosophy, seems unable to connect with an artistic, emotionally explosive street footballer like Vini. Alonso wants a machine. Vini demands freedom and flight. Why has the issue with Alonso erupted now? Why does Vinicius, who once single-handedly carried Real Madrid, feel so threatened? The answer is simple: Kylian Mbappé. Mbappe's arrival has fundamentally altered the Bernabéu ecosystem. Before, Vinicius was the undisputed beacon of the attack. The play had to go through him. He was the primary threat. Now, Mbappé is the new center of the universe. Look at the photo of Vini on the bench. He's seated next to Bellingham and Mbappé. All three were subbed off, but only Vini was furious. Why? Because Bellingham and Mbappé know their status is untouchable. Vini now does not. His angry cry of "always me" doesn't just mean "why am I always taken off?" It also means "why must I always be the one to sacrifice?" Vinicius feels he is being relegated to a supporting role, serving Mbappé rather than operating as an equal partner. The decision to withdraw him in the 72nd minute of a high-stakes El Clásico was the final proof Vini needed. He is no longer the king at the Bernabéu. It is a brutal blow to the pride of a 25-year-old who fought to transform himself from a player mocked for his finishing to one of the world's most electrifying wingers. And as one door in Madrid seemingly closes, another, gilded in gold, opens in the Middle East. If Vinicius feels disrespected, if his relationship with the coach is irreconcilable, and if his status as the #1 star has been permanently compromised, a move becomes both logical and inevitable. The alarming signal for Madridistas is that Real Madrid's hierarchy appears to agree. According to Sky sources, the club is now willing to enter negotiations to sell Vinicius. They see the rainstorm of cash from Saudi Arabia as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reinvest and build a new machine around Mbappé. Al Ahly is reportedly in direct talks with Vinicius's representatives and is ready to shatter all transfer records. Goal suggests Real Madrid's asking price will comfortably exceed Neymar's €222 million record of 2017, potentially reaching a mind-boggling figure that would stun Europe. Think about it. An offer of €250 million, perhaps even €300 million, for a player who is currently disillusioned. For a pragmatic club like Real Madrid, it's a simple, undeniable business equation. Vini's current contract runs until 2027, but with stalled extension talks and this level of discord, the club knows it must sell him soon to maximize his value. Saudi Arabian officials are not hiding their ambition. They want Vini, they have the money, and now they have a reason to pursue him. Vinicius's final desperate phrase, "I will leave the team," may have been uttered in the heat of a moment he couldn't control, but it is perhaps the most honest statement of his true feelings. What unfolded at El Clásico was not the cause of a potential breakup. It was the final, undeniable symptom of a long-standing fracture. The simmering rift between a disciplined coach and an emotional superstar. The uncomfortable dynamic between an established hero and the arrival of a generational talent like Mbappé. The clash between romantic loyalty and the golden reality of modern football economics. Vinicius may have posted a triumphant photo on Instagram with the caption, "A beautiful Sunday at home." But his actions in the 72nd minute and his retreat down the tunnel told a deeper truth. The Bernabéu may no longer feel like home to Vini, with a coach who won't trust him, a new superstar eclipsing him, and a history-making offer waiting in the wings. Vinícius Júnior's farewell is no longer a distant threat. It is a clear and present danger.